Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Can we all put our phones away? And away. Good morning, everybody. All right, so we're in the carpentry shop, everybody. And carpentry, very exciting field to be involved in for a career. So much to do, so many different things to do, always learning. Every day is a new day on the job site. It's a really great career. So I was in construction from age 18 till I was 45, and then I decided to become a carpentry instructor so I could share my passion with young people and get people engaged in the construction world. All right? There's a huge demand for young workers, and so my goal here, I don't just teach carpentry, I teach construction. What it's like to be on a construction job, what are the hazards on a construction job, how to protect yourself on a construction job. Your safety and your health is your responsibility on the job site. We have laws and we have training and all of that, but you have, as a worker, you're the one who has to put that in action to protect yourself, okay? And construction is a very dangerous job. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in the United States. More people are injured and killed on a job site in construction than any other type of jobs. Hey, you people over there, hello? Can you not talk while I'm talking? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I understand if something you're not interested in, a good thing to practice is pretending to listen. That's a good way to, on a job. If you have a job and the boss is talking and you're not interested in what they're saying, it's a good idea to pretend you're listening so you don't get yourself in trouble. All right? Okay. How many of you have ever heard of OSHA? OSHA. A couple people? OSHA is an acronym, everybody. And that acronym, so it's 4 words, and then they take the first letter of each word, and they came up with OSHA. And it stands for occupation, which is a job, right? Occupation, safety, health, administration, and or act. Okay, so in 1970, to give you a little history lesson, in 1970, the United States put together a book of laws to protect workers. Before that time, there were no laws to protect workers, young workers especially. So people were put at risk, and they were injured and killed on the job site. There are 50 states in the United States, right? How many people a year do you think are killed? How many people do you think are killed on the job? All right, so here we go. 50 states. How many people do you think are killed on the job? And I don't want to be morbid here, I don't want to bum anybody up, but it happens. So let's take a guess. Who wants to take a guess? Well, definitely more than 50, yes. More than 100, yes. Anybody else?
1,000?
More than 1,000. Good guess. Anybody else? 50,000. Not that many. Good thing. Good guessing. So let me give you the answer, everybody. About 5,000 a year, okay? That number was 14. So back in 1970, that number, before OSHA, was 14,000 to 15,000 people a year were killed on the job. Doing just going to work.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. And so, they came out with OSHA.
And now it's like...
Now there are laws. They have to provide training, they have to provide safety equipment, and personal protection equipment. Good morning. See if you can find a seat button. All right? So that book of laws reduced that number from 15,000 to 5,000. 5,000 is still a lot, isn't it?
50, like 10 times less.
That's right. But it's still a lot, isn't it, everybody? Okay? And OSHA keeps track of all of these incidents, and they do their data and studies, and they find that 99.9% of all that accidents and death were preventable, and it's usually human error, lack of training. Okay? You with me? All right. How many of you people are bored out of your minds already? No? No one? All right. All right. You got that out of the way, everybody? Next question, everybody. What do you think the most dangerous tool in construction is? What tool used in construction injures more people are injured using it, and or are killed using it? What do you think? Anyone? Huh? A saw? They're dangerous. A lot of injuries with that. How about anyone else? But let's talk about severe injuries and unfortunately death. What's the most dangerous tool to use in construction? Anybody know? I'm going to tell you. I won't make you wait. It's a ladder, everybody. A ladder. How many of you here think you know how to use a ladder? All right. Notice my question was loaded. I said, how many of you think you know how to use a ladder? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think anybody in this room here knows how to properly use a ladder. Even the adults over there. I'm going to bet. Okay? And do you know why I know that? And how I know that? Because I've been in construction for a long time, and I know that there is a lot to learn about using a ladder. Yes, that's right. And everybody has a ladder in their house, and nobody's been trained how to use it. You can go to Home Depot and buy a ladder, and you haven't been trained to use it. They're dangerous. They're very dangerous. I'm going to show you why. Okay? The reason a ladder is so dangerous is because of the lack of training and awareness when you're using this thing. Okay? So here we go. Let me see if anyone's paying attention here. What's the cause of ladder danger? Why are ladders so dangerous? Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, everybody, it's lack of training. That's right. Overconfidence, people. You go to Home Depot, you buy one, you're going to come home and change the light bulb, and you don't know how to use a ladder. You think you know, and then you end up having an accident. More people are injured using ladders than any other tool. Okay? This is an example. This guy right here, he's working for a company. He wasn't trained on using this ladder, but he thought he knew what he was doing, and they're selling this ladder on television to people. They want to ship it out and sell it to everybody. This is the result. Okay, here we go. So that's a telescoping ladder. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Did y'all see that? All right, not to be glory, but in case you missed it, okay? So Chris, he went up that ladder all confident like, and he was thinking about. He wasn't thinking about the ladder, but he was thinking about selling. He was thinking about, I hope I look good for the camera, right? Doing a little acting, okay? And unfortunately, he missed a step on the way down. And the reason he missed that step was, one, he wasn't concentrating. The other, the ladder was too steep, it was set up improperly, so when his foot came down, it missed the rung that he was supposed to land on. All right?
We're going to make sure that Chris was okay, and that has never happened.
So Chris wasn't okay.
Everybody wants this letter. I live in an apartment with multiple ceilings.
Oh!
Okay.
All right. So Chris was not okay. He was taken to the hospital, and he died as a result of that head injury. Oh, right there. That happened about 12 years ago. Okay. And the reason I show you that is to show you how quick it can happen. And my goal is all the freshmen who come through this school, when they go to use a ladder, are going to remember some things about using it. Okay. All right. All right. So you're going to get a valuable lesson out of the deal when you come through here. All right. Now, I'll show you another one. Same company. All right. Here we go. Okay, you heard that guy? What did he say? You hear him? He stepped on it, hit it, went down, it dropped. He said, oh, now it's locked in place. Now, if you have common sense, anyone with common sense would know that is not a properly set up ladder. You see how it's bending there, right? So, what he should have done was got off and realized, I don't know what I'm doing here, but it's on camera, everybody. He wants to keep it going, right? So he's putting his safety aside for the show, okay? And we do that on the job site. Young workers, untrained workers will put themselves at risk because they want to keep the show going. They want the boss to be happy. They want the guys around them to think they know what they're doing. So they're going to make mistakes. So I'm trying to make you aware of this, okay? So, common sense, that man should get off that ladder. I know he's not trained because he's wearing a suit and tie. He's using a ladder for one thing, okay? But here we go. Here we go. Oh!
Yeah. That's it.
All right, you have to lock. You have to lock. Now, that one's a little funny because it wasn't as serious, but if you see the way he hit the ground, that thing was arced up high on both ends and low in the middle, and his neck, his head changing that, and his legs and his back bent backwards the way it shouldn't bend. And so he may have gotten a good injury from that. I'm sure he was hurt, no doubt about it. But he's lucky he didn't break his neck, or worse, right? Am I getting through to you people? Okay. All right. Everybody, let me interrupt real quick. This is Helen. This is Maria. If you freshmen are walking the hallways and you're feeling a little distressed and you bump into one of these two, then go to people, okay? They're some of the finest people in the school. All right? All right, all right? Say hello, everybody. They come down here just to see. Helen's in my carpentry program. Maria is her friend, and they come down and check us out, make sure we're working. All right. Okay, here we go, everybody. You've got a few more minutes, all right? Okay, here, this is a step ladder, everybody. You all seen one of these, right? So in construction, we have the laws, the rules, that all our ladders have to have what's called a duty rating, right here, 300 pounds. So the worker knows, no more than 300 pounds, including the worker. So if I weigh 200 pounds, I can't put more than 100 pounds on top of me while I'm working. Make sense? That's called the duty rating, okay? Then you have the size of the ladder. It's a 6-foot ladder, meaning from the floor up is about 6 feet. A good rule of thumb, when you're working, when you're choosing the right ladder, and that's important, how high you're working, a 6-foot ladder allows you to work up to 10 feet, okay? And where do I get that 10 feet from? I go up this ladder, and I have to stop here, everybody, right there. There's a sign on this ladder right here that says, do not stand on or above this rung. And that puts me at 10 feet. The ladder is 6 feet, and I can work comfortably at 10 feet. You good? No, I don't need you. Thank you. If I were working at 12 feet, what size ladder should I choose?
8.
Anyone? 8-foot ladder, right? 8 foot. All right, so you with me? Yep, everybody has it. All right, and then everyone, another thing to consider when using a ladder is the material. This is fiberglass. If you're working near electricity, you need to use a fiberglass ladder because it does not conduct electricity. So some accidents happen where aluminum ladder touches, the worker touches electricity and they're grounded. Are you with me? You with me? So we have the duty rating. It has warnings on it. These have to all be on here, okay? Now this is a ladder that we use around here. This ladder would not be allowed on a construction site because it does not have a duty rating. It doesn't have the proper warnings. So they sell this to homeowners, and painters use them, and they do come in handy. They're very light, but they're a dangerous ladder on a job site. When you're putting a lot of work and movement on these ladders, it's not a very stable ladder. All right, it's lightweight, easy to use. That's why people have them. We have one. We use it in our tool crib just to get something off the shelf and we can put it away. But we don't work on it. We'll work with it. Okay. All right, if I fall off this ladder, everybody, what's going to hit the ground first? If I fall off this ladder?
Your head.
My head, right? Because my feet are here. This is a hinge. If I fall, I'm going to go that way. Okay? Thank you. I'll stay here. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. This is an extension ladder. This is used a lot in construction. It's called an extension ladder because the height can extend, right? It has 2 parts. It has a fly section. It has the base and it has the fly section. This is a 20-foot ladder, or maybe it's a 24-foot ladder, I can't remember. And you know why I don't know is the stickers are worn out here from the weather, and I have to replace them, okay? This would be considered a violation if I were to let somebody use this ladder without those stickers on it. So we don't. I use it for demonstration only, right? So it's made of fiberglass. It's the #1 choice of the ladder in construction. But you have to be trained to use this ladder. And I want to show everybody the proper ratio to set up the ladder. If you can remember this, okay? It's 4 to 1. Okay? So the step ladder, it's the 1 ladder plus 4 feet. If you remember that, you'll know the right height. So if I'm working at 16 feet, I need at least a 12-foot step ladder. Does that make sense? 1 ladder, 4 to 1. With this ladder, the proper angle to set up the ladder is you put, from every 4 feet you go up, you have to bring the base out 1 foot, 4 to 1. Okay? But you don't have to measure that. A way to know how to do that is when you set the ladder up, you put your feet at the base, stand perfectly straight, your shoulders are at a 90, and your palms touch the rail right there. That is the proper angle. Can you see that? My body stands. And if I'm this tall, it's going to work the same way. If I'm taller, I'm going to be up here. But it all works out to this 4 to 1. Don't have to measure. It's pretty darn close. Okay? Just like that. So you put the ladder up. 4 to 1. Stand here. 4 to 1. That's the right angle. Now I'm not going to go up that ladder. Does anyone know why I should not go up that ladder?
Because it can slide.
Huh?
Because it can fall out of position.
Because I'm on a very slick concrete floor. You guys feel that floor moving in? It's very slippery. If I were to go up that ladder and make the wrong move, that ladder will definitely slip out and fall. So if I'm going to use that ladder in this situation, I need a couple things. I need a worker down below me with a hard hat on, holding the ladder for me if I want to take that risk. But if I do that, I'm putting my safety in the hands of the worker down below. And if they're like these people and they're not paying attention, right? And then they get distracted, and while I'm up there, and I'm relying on that person, I'm not going to do that, right? I'm going to take my safety into my own hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something, anchor it to the base. I'm going to anchor it to the concrete. I'm going to put a 2x4 with a couple of anchors in it, or I'm going to tie it to the wall or something. I'm going to do something to keep that from physically moving. Okay? Deal? Now, if I'm in a hallway or a doorway, setting up a ladder, I need to protect myself with cones, things like that, so people walking by with their face in their cell phone, no one looking, they think, oh, I've done this, I come in this room 100 times. Now I'm on a step ladder working, and someone knocks the step ladder and I go flying off, right? Yeah? Are we good? Okay. So right there, I just spent with you people about a half an hour, and I just brushed the surface of safety with a ladder, okay? I go to school every 2 years for safety in construction. We get updated, and we get, the most important thing is we get reminded about it, because we get comfortable with these things and we start taking risks.